Hi, this is my first YouTube video. My name's Whitney. Not entirely sure what I'm going to talk about. Probably touch a little bit on the Domo social experiment. Hopefully I'll figure out how to provide a link for you. I've never uploaded a YouTube video, so we'll see. And then I guess just ramble on. We'll see what comes. So I'm new to vlogging. I didn't even know it was a thing until my cousin said it to me. Think of it, and obviously I think of blogging, but then I think of clogging and flogging, and the list goes on. Anyway, so a couple of weeks ago, I made a goal, and I made a promise to my husband that I was going to limit my time on the internet and cut back on Facebook, Twitter. I wasn't on Twitter a lot, but cut back on all those things and mostly just blog, and that's it. And since then, I've only been on the internet more, but there's a good reason. I work for Domo Inc., and we are doing the Domo social experiment. And what it is, it's just to it's to teach the employees about what's out there and about the new technology and just about these products that everyone else in the world uses, and just to teach us really how to use them and help us just be more aware. And also, our CEO, Josh James, talked a lot about how it really surprised him how much influence people can have on the internet. And I'm sure he wants us to discover that we do have influence. And we kind of do have a voice even outside of our community. So it's an interesting concept. But it's made it really hard to keep my goal, because now, as a requirement for work, I'm supposed to be on these sites and, according to my husband, wasting my time on the internet, which sure, maybe it's a waste, but I enjoy it. So I'm happy about this experiment because it's given me an excuse to actually look into all these things that I've been interested about. I mean, so when I say I didn't know about vlogging, I knew about it because I've followed a few people and watched a few vlogs, but I didn't know that's what it was called. It's just a silly word. So, I mean, I've always kind of liked the whole, the idea of having a YouTube channel. I've liked the idea of actually tweeting something of substance. I mean, all I've ever done is use Twitter to get a hold of those friends whose numbers I don't have, but I know they're on Twitter all the time. So that's been fun, and I know I've learned a lot, and I learned about a lot of things that I don't like to use. Like, Dropbox is hard to use. I just don't understand it. It took me forever to figure out how to delete a folder because I accidentally made one that I didn't want. And it's a little tough. Also, Pandora. I don't like Pandora. I mean, I knew that because I'd used it before, but I had to go back and use it to earn a badge. So, yeah, it just reminded me how much I love Grooveshark. So yeah, for our Domo social experiment, we can earn badges, and they're on the website for Domo social. But you have to complete certain tasks to earn each badge, and trying to earn them all, and I'm pretty close. It's funny because everyone on my team is always coming to me for help and asking, how do you do this social thing, and I think it's because I'm the youngest one on the team. So I don't know, I'm a hip young person. But my cube mate's pretty young too, so I don't know. And so they expect me to know how to do all these things, and really all I did was Google a lot of them to figure it out because I didn't know how to do them. So yeah, that's the Domo social experiment. I know there's a lot of people who are very closed off to it. I mean, the day I told my husband about it, he went and quit Facebook, I think, as a statement. Well, no, probably not as a statement. He hates Facebook. I think this just finally gave him the push to quit again. So it's had some adverse effects, pushing people away from social networking. But I know there's a lot of people in the company who have gotten really into it and who are really seeing the benefits of this experiment. I know there's a lot who are also a little bit frustrated with it because they feel like Domo shouldn't ask them to put themselves out on the internet, but whatever. So I'm really excited to move this forward and to keep earning my badges and learning more and becoming more influential on the internet. I don't know, I've always felt like the internet is just a comfortable place for me, just because I've always understood it. I mean, sometimes there are little hiccups where I'm like, okay, I can't really figure this out, but eventually I figured it out. So I don't know, I've always understood the internet, and I have a blog, and just since I've started, I've realized that, I mean, yeah, I can have a voice with those people around me because my friends and family read my blog, but I can also have a voice that reaches even further. And yeah, I'm not saying super important things. I'm not really changing the world dramatically, but I'm putting myself out there, and people are reading about it, and people are accepting it, and it's an amazing feeling. It's very liberating. And I do feel like in some way I'm changing the world. I mean, not in a huge way, but a little bit, because I know there's a lot of blogs and there's a lot of internet personalities that just seem like they're perfect, and you read their blog and you read about their life and you think, oh, they have the perfect life, they have the perfect marriage, their husband's so perfect, their kids are so perfect, they have the perfect job, they're the perfect person, they never have any issues. And then you just get down on yourself. You feel like, why isn't my life like that? Why can't I have that perfect life? They have it. But it's not true. They don't have that. They're just not honest about the parts that aren't perfect. And with my blog, I've blogged a lot about how I've had depression and anxiety, and I know there's a lot of people in the world who have, and I feel like those who have read it, I've helped them realize that, yeah, they're not alone, and that you can beat it, and you can be stronger than it. So, I mean, even before this domo social experiment started, I knew the power of the internet and the power it could give individuals. But it's really interesting to explore all of the resources out there and to really see what there is to expand your reach. So I'm excited to get into it more and hopefully post a few more video blogs. My husband doesn't know I'm doing this because he's probably a little against it, so we'll see. We'll see if this continues. But to earn my badge, I have to upload a video, so there will at least be one. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a fabulous day, and hopefully you guys will check out our domo social experiment and maybe even participate a little bit yourself. I'm not sure what kinds of things they have for people outside the company, but even if you just do the requirements and look into these things and learn more, I think you'll be better off for it, and just knowing what's out there and knowing what the world has to offer as far as internet and social networking. So have a good one, guys.